Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai. Double honors to the elders that rule well, and honors to Shalom to all the brothers out there doing the work in true sincerity. Alright, we are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out here week in and week out to let our people, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, know who they are, which is the Israelites according to the Bible, as well as let everybody know that the so-called white man is the devil and the Edomite in the Bible. Alright, in America, it's right on the great in the Bible, and it will soon be destroyed, man. No, what's your book?
Early Israel, history and tradition in early Israel.
Here's the tradition. What's your name?
Dr. Barre.
Dr. Barre?
I have a PhD.
Huh? You said what?
I have a PhD. Jesus was Semitic.
Okay, there's white Semitic people. He wasn't white, but there's Semitic people that are white.
Did you see that thing on TV about him where he looked like on the History Channel?
What? Proud of Terrain?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna say because that's bullshit.
That is bullshit.
But no, I mean the Bible tells us what he looks like. That's how we know what he
Where does it tell us in the Bible?
Book of Revelation, chapter 1, Book of Revelation, chapter 2, Book of Daniel, chapter 10.
That's when he was glorified.
Okay, so you mean to tell me he's a completely different person? He was a human being. He's always a human being. What does the word human being mean?
You're a human being.
I am a human being, but why am I a human being? What does human mean?
It means that you were human.
Right.
It means human.
It means human, right? What does human mean?
You doesn't mean anything.
Hue doesn't mean anything? It's just a make-believe word.
It's not a word.
So what hue is this? Is this a hue?
That's H-U-E.
Yeah, H-U-E. That's what I'm saying. It's compounded. When you compound words, sometimes every letter in that word doesn't go with it. You know what I'm saying? Not H-U. I'm not saying H-U.
Oh, yeah.
So when you compound the word, when it combines, it loses some of the
Is it a
fact.
human?
Yeah, human, meaning a man of color, right?
Alright, keep going.
You gotta do your research on your words.
Keep
You gotta
going.
do your words.
Keep going. Yes, you do. I'm a scholar.
You're a scholar?
A biblical scholar.
A biblical scholar?
Oh! We got a biblical scholar. We've been waiting for you, man.
Hey, well, let's deal a little bit, man. All right, let's ask you a couple questions.
Yeah.
All right. What tribe did the first king of Israel come from?
That would be Joshua.
Well, really, if you want to get technical.
He's tall.
Okay, Saul. Okay, what tribe? What tribe?
Benjamin.
Benjamin. Ooh, okay, all right. He knows a little something. All right, all right.
That's right.
All right. Wait, ask him a question. I'm gonna
Hey,
think
man,
about it. I've been reading now.
Hey, who did Jesus come and die for?
Jesus didn't want to die.
But who did he end?
course.
Okay,
Who
who
wants
did
to
he
die?
ended up dying for?
Why did he say, my God, why are you forsaking me?
Okay,
Why?
that's not my question. I'm asking.
Well,
you a
answer.
question.
Listen. Answer his question, and then we'll answer that question.
Alright. What's your question?
Who did Jesus end up? Since you said he didn't want to, who did he end up dying for?
The sins of the world.
What world?
What do you mean, what world?
What world?
This world.
Okay, you a scholar of words, correct?
Yeah.
All right, now, in the English language, how many definitions is there for the word world? 13. Now, in the Greek language, which the New Testament was written in, how many definitions are there for the word world?
Cosmos.
Cosmos, right? Okay.
Right.
Yeah, well, however you want to say it.
understand.
You said tomato, I said tomato, right? Now, what does that word mean?
It means the universe.
No, it doesn't. That oikomene means the universe. The word oikomene, that's what means.
House.
First
Right?
John 2:1.
That-
Not saying
you have-
anything about
White
Jesus
Cosmos
dying for the
house.
world.
Exactly.
I know.
I'm not sure. I can't break it down like that. I can tell you it means the whole world, though. And then you have the world, yeah. Right?
Right.
And then you got eon, right?
Yeah, what?
Eon translates as world as well,
Yeah.
which is period of time, right?
Yeah.
And then you got cosmo or cosmos, as you say. And what does cosmos mean?
The cosmos.
What does that mean?
Everything.
No.
It's
That's not what
an
that means.
accurate
Let's look it up.
collection.
Well, it's not. Let's look it up right now. We're gonna look it up right now.
Yeah,
The
I
cosmos.
Yeah, we do too. That's why we
Strong's G
majority of people don't.
2865.
2865, right? What does it mean?
An apt and harmonious arrangement
Arrangement, right? Go
or
ahead.
constitution,
Or constitution, right?
order, government.
An order or a government. See, this is the one. This is the one I wanted. Order or a government. Okay.
Right. Cosmos is from jewelry. It's used in the word for jewelry.
Okay. All right. That's good. Hey, it's for the word for jewels, right? That's good. Now, let me ask you something. You're a biblical scholar, right?
Yeah.
Now, the ephod. You know about the ephod, right?
Yes, I do.
Filled with 12 precious stones.
Yeah.
Jewels, correct? Now, what did that ephod represent? 12 tribes of Israel. So that's the jewels that it's talking about. That's the world that it's talking about. 12 tribes of Israel, not the whole world. All right, read that.
I went to Barre Institute.
What's that? Your own college?
Yeah.
You gave yourself a degree?
No, Vanderbilt.
All right, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation.
That's right.
Ye shall not be ashamed,
Uh-huh.
nor confounded,
Uh-huh.
world without end.
Israel is a world without end.
Didn't say that.
An aggregate of 12 tribes.
Say that. Said it was last.
It said a world without end. That's Israel, a world without
The
end.
whole world was out here.
But
No, no.
Israel,
Israel's part of the world.
No.
But
is the world.
Israel-
The Gentiles are in the
Who are the now look,
millennium.
now I'm gonna ask you something. Give me 1 Corinthians 10. Now, you believe the Gentiles are grafted in, right? You believe that? Okay.
It's Romans.
Now we're gonna see about that.
you say that's the Romans?
It's in Romans.
The book of Romans he's talking about.
Okay.
We're gonna see about that with a couple. Now you're familiar with the Corinthians, right?
Yeah.
Now the Corinthians, who were they? They were Greeks, correct?
Yeah.
Corinth, Greece, right? All right.
This is Our 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1. Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant,
Uh-huh.
how that all our fathers were under the cloud and passed through the sea,
Uh-huh.
and were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Okay, now let me ask you something. These are Greeks, right? Why is Paul calling them brethren and saying that they were baptized under the cloud
Because
in
they're
the sea
Christians.
with Moses?
They're Christians.
They're Christians? Now you're a biblical scholar, correct? Who was baptized under the cloud under the sea with Moses?
Israel.
Israel. So were they Greeks or were they Israelites?
Israelites. There were no Greek people in Israel.
Right.
I understand that.
That's what we're saying.
There were Egyptians, though.
There were Egyptians?
The Levites.
The Levites were not Egyptians. Okay, so what does that have to do with Levi?
Because it means the fall meant to be joined.
Me joined, right? So they're Egyptians because they were joined?
They joined the Hebrews.
Did Jacob, let me ask you something. Did Jacob have a son named Levi? No? But it's in the book of Genesis. He had a son named Levi.
Where?
And he joined up with Simeon and he slew that
Oh, that's
Ammonite.
right. You did have a son named
Okay, so they weren't Egyptians. Now you're familiar with the Bible, right? Now you know who fits the curses and the descriptions of these 12 tribes?
Who fixed the curses of the, what is the
The
curses?
curses and the description
Where
of
are
the
they
12
cursed?
tribes in Deuteronomy the 28th chapter.
They're cursed.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so that's the Susan Treaty.
You said what?
That's the Susan Vassal Treaty.
Okay. Now look, they broke that treaty.
Yes, it is.
So when you break a treaty, what happens? You get reprisals, right? That's right. Now, who fits the description of those curses? On the earth. The tribes, right? But look, you got all those people that are over there in Israel today. They don't fit those curses. None of those curses happen to them. What curse happened to them from Deuteronomy 28?
The Holocaust.
The Holocaust? What in the Holocaust is described as Deuteronomy 28?
Well, it happened in 586, actually.
586?
Yeah.
AD? BC? What you talking about, Babylon?
Yeah.
I'm talking about today.
Today it's all. Yeah.
It said the latter days that this would be on you till the latter days.
Right.
These are the latter. So the Bible bullshit. Moses is talking bullshit.
Yeah.
So you don't believe in the Bible,
No.
but
you're
you're
a
a
Bible
scholar. No,
I'm a scholar.
that's true. These motherfuckers, they know everything about the Bible, but they don't believe it though.
Right.
See, you're
We treat it just like any other literature.
I understand that, but let me show you something. You see these people right here?
Yeah.
Now look, do you believe in coincidences?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you might think. Well, I think. Well, then you would probably think it's just a coincidence that the Negro, Latino, and Native American people fit the exact description of the 12 tribes of Israel to a T. Is that a coincidence?
The 10 tribes were scattered.
All 12 tribes were scattered, but the 10 tribes were scattered first. That's true, but they were all scattered.
No, they went back to, they returned to
And what do you mean when they bought Israel in 1948?
no.
Let me ask you something.
521.
Let me ask you something.
They
Okay,
rebuilt the temple.
okay, but then they lost it again.
No, Herod built it.
Okay, no. Way after that, they lost it again.
Right, the temple?
Right, and they lost it. They lost. Well, it's there, but they didn't have it. The Holocaust happened, right? And then they tried to get the state of Israel because the Jews weren't in Israel before that.
Right.
Right? All right, now let me ask you something. Deuteronomy 28:68. It says it talks about a slave trade via ships.
Deuteronomy 28:68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now Egypt, right? Mizraim, right? You know about that word, right?
Yeah.
Correct? Meaning what?
Dual.
Bondage, right?
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more again.
That's right.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies
Sold into your enemies, right? Go ahead.
for bondmen
Uh-huh.
and bondwomen,
That's right.
and no man shall buy you.
Okay, so when did these Jewish people, when did they get sold into slavery on boats? Did that ever happen to them?
Yeah.
When?
In 586.
586. No, it didn't happen to them in 586.
Did
There's a body of water that separates Jerusalem from Babylon?
the Suez Canal?
The Suez Canal. So you mean to tell, where in the account of that happening did it say anything about them being loaded up on any ship? No, I didn't. In the account of it actually, that was Moses reading the curses. In the account of the Babylonian captivity, when were ships mentioned at all? No.
This is King First. This is a future prophecy.
This is Moses in
That's gonna happen.
Deuteronomy.
So
This is Moses in
what
Deuteronomy.
he's saying is, in the account of it happening, where was ships even mentioned?
Right there.
No, in the account of it happening.
What account are you
In the
talking
history
about?
of it happening.
In Chronicles, Kings, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel. What else? Who else? Whatever other prophets was in Babylon at that time. When it was a ship ever mentioned,
I don't know. I never did the word study.
it wasn't there. So they didn't go by ship.
You can't say that.
They walked their ass to Babylon.
You don't know that.
Give me a map.
They did walk their ass to Babylon. They said when they're in Babylon, they become slaves and they get deported.
Okay, now, but look, I'm talking about ships. A lot of people went into slavery. So it's not just slavery that's the key thing, but everybody's been a fucking slave.
I haven't.
You haven't? Well, your foreparents have. No? What's your line go back?
Ukrainian French.
Ukrainian French? So Ukrainians ain't never been slaves before? All right. This guy's just a great genius. What's your last name?
Barre.
Barre? You French?
Yeah.
Oh, see, his forefathers French. Your family was in the Napoleon army?
No, I don't know that.
Your family owned slaves?
No.
You sure about that?
No.
All right.
There's no slavery in France.
There's no slavery in France? You ever heard of a little island called Haiti before? Yeah, we were slaves to you.
Oh, you were?
Yes.
Well, it's not in France.
You ever heard of a place called Louisiana?
Yeah.
We were slaves to you. You ever heard of Guadeloupe, Martinique, French Guyana?
Yeah.
We were slaves to white people there.
Yeah.
All right? So don't tell me that French people don't have slaves. I know that.
Not anymore.
I have a French last name. You know what my last name is?
What?
God. That's a French last name.
Yeah, what's the name?
You know, I don't know what it is.
Why not?
But because I don't care. Because you know
You
what?
don't care your name is?
Because it's a white man's last name. It's not my last name. A white man put
What's your last name?
put my family in slavery. God. My real last name, you know what my real last name
What is it?
You know what my real last name is?
No.
It's lawyer. That's what my real last
That's
name
right.
What's
That's
that?
right.
All right? It means join unto the Most High. Levi, okay?
In what language?
In the actual Hebrew, in Paleo Hebrew. Not Yiddish
In
Hebrew.
Paleo Hebrew?
In Paleo
You read Paleo Hebrew?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, what does it look like?
I'm going to show you right now.
Alright.
I'm about to say,
I'll show you right now.
I thought I get it.
That's what it looked like.
That's right.
That's right. All right, so look.
Do you read Paleo Hebrew?
I read Paleo Hebrew.
Alright. Have you read
A
that?
little bit. I'm getting sharper. I'm not all the way scholar, but I'm getting sharper.
Well, what's this? Let me ask you what this is.
That's what is that?
That's the Most High's name.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
What is that then? What is it?
It's a tetragrammaton.
It's tetragrammaton, right?
Yeah, that's
All right.
of the Most High's name.
No, it's not the most
What do you
high,
say?
It's El.
Huh?
El Shaddai.
El Shaddai? Al Shaddai.
Al
Al
Shaddai.
Shaddai.
Man, this dude is sick, man.
But you
He's-
worship El Shaddai?
No, I don't.
Why you got his
Why you
name?
gotta
then?
tattoo you?
It's not El Shaddai, it's Yahweh.
Oh, I thought which is what we said.
You just-
but then you try to say no, it's El Shaddai.
But it's not Yahweh. But wouldn't you say Yahweh's the Most High's
It's
name?
Yahweh Sabaoth.
But is that the Most High's name?
Sabaoth. What does Sabaoth mean?
So
does
what's the Most
Sabaoth
High's
mean?
name?
Host.
Host, okay,
Army.
all right.
What's the Most High's name?
Hey, look,
El?
hold on. I want to
El?
say, hold on, real quick.
So who's
Johanna,
Yahweh? Jesus?
hold on, real quick, bro. Johanna, this white man, he knew what Sabaoth mean, but you don't know what Sabaoth mean. You try to say it's Sabbath, it's host, it's army. I just want to say that because there's this dickhead. He said Lord of Sabbath open means the Lord of the Sabbath. Okay, we corrected him. No, it's the Lord of hosts.
That doesn't. But that doesn't say. That,
Why?
that doesn't even say Allah Shad
No,
yet.
you
Is
don't
that
say it
he?
right.
Is the ain't that
That's
a
the Most High's
Syrian?
name. That doesn't even say Allah Shad
It's
yet.
not the Most High's name.
No,
it's
because
El. Don't you know about the Canaanites?
Yes, of course
But
we know
the-
about the Canaanites.
Yeah.
We took their land.
Who's it? Who's we?
We, the Israelites.
You're not an
Yes,
Israelite.
I am. Look.
You're not in it.
Listen, give me that scripture in the land where it says you are not my children.
Oh, that's right. That's
Are you
right.
Jewish?
I'm not Jewish. I'm an Israelite. Of the tribe of
No,
Levi.
no.
I'm
Israelites are all-
listen.
No.
A
They were all
Jew.
Jewish. We're Jewish, right?
No, not Jewish.
Okay.
Israelites.
They were Israelites. This is what I'm telling you. I'm not Jewish. I'm an Israelite.
You are.
I'm an Israelite. So is this brother?
You
this
worship
brother,
Yahweh?
and this brother.
Hey.
No, I don't worship
You
Yahweh.
worship El?
I worship the Most High. His name
Israel.
ain't Yahweh.
The Most High.
You worship
Alright?
El.
Ain't no
We
E.
worship,
No, ain't no E.
we worship
Ain't no
the Most
E.
High, the God of Israel.
That's right.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 26. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my
You
people,
just said we not Israelites, right? Go ahead.
there shall you,
No, you are.
there
Okay,
shall
now
they
we're
be called the children of the living,
All
of
right.
the living power.
So now we're Israelites? All right. Black people are Israelites now? All right. Hey.
and then we knew you were hating.
No, I wasn't.
You was a hater.
No, I don't hate
Hater,
anybody.
homie.
That's a sin.
No, listen. Hating people isn't a sin. That's not a sin.
Does God hate?
Wait,
Wait,
hold
let me
on.
ask you this, real before you go.
Hold on, does God hate?
Does God hate? You're a scholar. Does God hate?
Yes.
Who does he hate?
He's wicked.
But who does he hate? What individual
He
person
hates
does he
people
hate?
too.
See, who does he hate?
Come
I
on.
hate,
I need that jackpot
I
question.
hate Amos. I hate your festivals and your...
Okay, but no. I want you to think of a person he said he hated.
What person
Come
did he
on.
say he has
This
an
is bad.
everlasting
Hey,
hatred
Hey,
for?
for 5,000 right now.
For 5,000, Alex.
Amalek.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right, Amalek, yeah.
hey.
Amalek, yeah. But
Right.
who did Amalek come out of? Because Amalek is a part of a greater nation, right?
No.
Okay, who?
Canaanites.
No, not the Canaan. They weren't Canaanites.
You are?
Try one more time.
He said
they
they're-
live in the south. They're in the south.
The Hebrews.
No, they're south of Israel.
Well, they're Hebrews, but
They're Hebrews technically, but they're south of Israel.
The Midianites.
No. A little more north.
The one north. Like the Edomites?
The Edomite.
right.
There we go. The Edomite.
that's right.
Hey, that's good. He
This
can
is
go. He can
chapter-
go off land.
Romans
You feel
chapter
me?
9. I'm gonna start at 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil,
That's before they did any wickedness, right? Go ahead.
that the purpose of God according to election might stand,
To election, right? Go ahead.
not of works, but of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
That's right. Go ahead. And we know Esau came out first, right? Go ahead.
And as it is written, Jacob have I loved,
Jacob, right? Go ahead.
but Esau have I hated.
Esau have I hated.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
It's fucked up. How you going? Now keep reading that.
What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Listen, that's fucked up. Yes, he's saying it. Go ahead.
God forbid.
God forbid that. Go ahead.
For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy,
He chooses
and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion.
He chooses whoever he
God
wants.
is all mercy.
No, he's not. Clearly not.
Listen, no. Verse
I'm not a
20.
fundamentalist.
Verse 20.
I'm not-
Nay, but oh man.
Are you a Christian?
I'm a real Christian.
I'm a real Christian.
Where were they called Christians?
not a Christian.
Where were they called Christians first?
In Antioch.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Hey, you know something,
He
man.
knows a
I like
little
it,
something,
man.
right?
All right.
Hey, he has a lot of knowledge, but he has no wisdom and
Yeah,
understanding.
you got
right?
knowledge, but not the wisdom of
I have
understanding.
the mind of Christ.
It said,
You have the mind of Christ?
you have the mind of Christ, but
Okay.
you don't even believe in the Bible.
No, I know.
All right. But now look, I don't subscribe to carbon dating and all that bullshit.
Why not?
Because it's 76%, has a 76% margin of error.
So what? It's good enough.
What the fuck?
24% is good enough.
Oh, so you guys are I'm a real Israelite.
Oh, now I'm an Israelite. But what is the word Jew? What does the word Jew refer to? The southern kingdom, correct?
Judah.
Judah. Right, the kingdom of Judah, right?
Right.
Exactly. So I am a Jew because I come from the kingdom of Judah.
You?
I come from the tribe of Levi. My brain is clean. I'm brainwashed. See, look.
Hey man, he could literally be
You got a
somebody's
question?
professor, man.
Question about this?
And he's bugged out.